Hello guys, Blackwing2040 here with another review of Superman, and today we're reviewing Superman 2, the second film in the Richard Donner franchise, well, Superman film series. And of course, I'm always wearing my House of L Superboy t-shirt, and I gotta say, this film was phenomenal. Really absolutely phenomenal. Now, there were actually two versions of this film. One was Richard Donner's version, and another director named Richard Lesting, or Listing, however you pronounce it. The reason why there's two versions, because I guess they didn't go with Donner's idea, so he left the project. He still produced his own version, so I haven't watched the Richard Donner cut of it, so I might check that out. If I might do a private review on it. But anyway, Superman 2 leaves off where it was from Superman 1. The three Kryptonian criminals escaped from the Phantom Zone because here was the cause. Lois was getting a scoop on a terrorist attack in Paris where they had a hydrogen bomb that would level the city. Superman was able to throw the hydrogen bomb in space. It exploded and it sended a shockwave, and it broke the Phantom Zone. Literally cracked the Phantom Zone open. So Zod, Ursa, and Nan were able to escape. And just in case you guys forgot, everyone know who General Zod is. Ursa, she's a Kryptonian villain who hates men. Like, she hates men. Like, really, to the bone. The only men she could tolerate is Nan and General Zod. Now, Nan, on the other hand, he's a mindless, non-speaking Kryptonian villain. He does not say. All you hear from him is just grunts, just roars like. That's all you hear from. That's the only sound you hear from his voice. So Superman reveals his identity to Lois, and she reveals that she's really in love with him. So they spend the day together, and as soon as the three Kryptonians arrive on Earth, there's nothing but havoc, destruction in their path. They destroyed a small town. They killed 3 astronauts. Heaven for Pete's sake, they even infiltrated the White House. They stepped onto the president's property, destroyed everything, and Zod said, kneel before Zod. He actually made the president kneel before him. Well, he had no other choice anyway, because he knows what Zod could probably do to him. But anyway, here's the real kicker into this moment. Superman actually gives up his powers for Lois Lane. He gives up his powers to be normal, just to be with Lois. Because everyone knows Superman is always there for everyone, protecting the city, saving the world. He's always there. But this was the kicker moment in this film. I'm surprised he would actually give up his powers just to be with her. I mean, I know they both love each other, but that's the surprising moment. Oh, and another thing, the mentorship in this film, it's not Jor-El, it's Lara, his mother. So we haven't seen any bit of Jor-El at all in this film. Well, I might be talking about the original cut, but if there was Jor-El in the Richard Donner version, then so be it. But anyway, with him powerless, he goes into a bar, and Lois and Clark decide to have some dinner at a bar. A truck driver comes in. He actually beats the snot out of Clark, of course, because he's powerless now. He even tries to defend himself. That's the crazy thing. Even without his powers, he's still a Boy Scout. He's still a good person. Deep down inside him, he knows that's the right thing to do, but is still powerless against him. And the president announces that the whole planet is now under Zod's control. So Superman walks back to the fortress on foot, regains his powers, and they can't. Oh, and Lex Luthor explains that Superman is Jor-El's son, and Zod wants revenge on the whole family of El because Jor-El was the one that put him in the Phantom Zone. So Lex Luthor and the 3 Kryptonian criminals go to the Daily Planet, wreck the place, and Lex is just happy and calm, just knows, of course, they're villains. He's just happy that they like the way they think. And so Superman comes back, and with his powers regained, and they fight in Metropolis. Now, the fight in Metropolis, it kind of scares me a bit, but it's still epic to see. It's scary to watch, but it's still epic because what Zod does to get his to make him like distracted, he almost blows up whatchamacallit, an oil tanker truck. He almost dropped a cinder block on top of the citizens. He almost had the tall pole on top of the Empire State Building fall onto the city. I mean, Superman was still able to protect them. But the crazy thing that they did was three of them together used their super breath, and they just blowed anything in their path away. That's just like, whoa, I would never want to be near that guy. And this made General Zod so menacing, so evil, so devious. This is what this is what villains used to act like back in the 80s. I know we didn't get that type of Zod in Man of Steel, because that Zod was more just wanting to claim. He was trying to recreate Krypton. That's all he was trying to do. This Zod, he was more like Loki from the Avengers. This is what this Zod was about. And then Superman just retreats, and so Zod feels like he won. Lex Luthor just mocks him and says, "Do you realize what you just did? It's not over. He's gonna come up with a backup plan. I don't know what's wrong with you people." And Zod says the funniest thing with the facial expression and the tone of his voice. He said, "Why do you say this to me, knowing I will kill you for it?" Lex Luthor has the guts to say this trash to Zod, and he knows darn well he would kill him for what he just said, but he doesn't. So they travel to the Fortress of Solitude. Superman has a trap for them. The same device that he used to get rid of his powers, except he reversed it, having the lights reflect them on the outside while Superman was safe inside. So Superman, this was the funniest scene in the movie. Superman pretends that he swears his loyalty to Zod. He squeezes Zod's hand to the bone. The sound of Zod's voice is and from there, the Kryptonian villains are finished, and Lois punches Ursa. She says, "You know something? You're a real pain in the neck." And all is well. And so the next day, Lois feels sad that she doesn't know what to do with herself anymore now, knowing that his secret. And here's the craziest thing. She kisses him. Well, they kiss each other, and Lois's memory is just erased. That is a secret power in the Superman Donner universe. His power. He has the power to kiss someone and actually make them erase their memory. Kind of like what the Neuralizer does in Men in Black. And, oh, look at that. The stock market is up. But anyway, this film, I give this film a 5 out of 5. It was so beautiful. It was done well. It was just amazing, and I enjoyed every single moment of it. And it made me speechless just to watch this film, and it was so breathtaking. You actually felt the feelings between Superman and Lois. You felt every single character's emotion in this film, and that's why I love so much about this. This was Christopher Reeve's best performance as Superman, and this is why I prefer Superman 2 over Superman 1. But anyway, what did you guys think of Superman 2? Do you think it was good? Do you think it was bad? Do you think it was in between? Leave a comment in the comment section down below. And if you haven't seen my review of Superman the movie, I'll leave the link in the description. Until then, I am vengeance. I am darkness. I am Blackwing. Stay golden.